This video features the latest major game reveals and fresh gameplay previews, with timestamps included for easy navigation. From massive AAA projects to promising new titles, these games showcase impressive visuals, exciting mechanics, and early gameplay footage worth checking out. Let's get straight into it.
Listening, this is Dr. Lily Pierce on planet LV-558 in Storesboon. Xenomorphs have overrun the colony. I repeat, overrun the colony.
Alien's Fireteam Elite 2 puts 4-player squads against large groups of xenomorphs across locations. Players use different Marine classes with unique combat abilities, while coordinating movement, weapons, and support tools during close-range firefights. The Specialist class allows custom ability combinations and flexible squad roles. Enemy attacks come from corridors, walls, and dark areas, forcing players to stay mobile and react quickly during intense swarm encounters. Horde Mode adds wave-based survival missions with increasing enemy pressure.
Hold the line!
Sorry I'm late.
Midnight Watcher Village places players in the role of a guard stationed in an isolated Siberian village where daily actions affect survival after sunset. Players collect firewood, boil tea, patrol abandoned areas, and search for hidden treasures that bring greater danger at night. Survival mechanics include barricading shelters, managing supplies, and using light, salt, and weapons against hostile visitors. Enemy aggression changes depending on player choices, creating different survival situations across each night cycle.
The pay is great, even in these tough times. And most importantly, I'm the only one keeping order in this godforsaken village. What could possibly go wrong? Absolutely everything. Why did I even agree to this?
Let us in.
In. Open the door. Attention. Attention.
Sukabliet, you've got to be kidding.
DarkSwarm uses top-down tactical shooter gameplay, where teams of elite operators fight through alien-infested colonies across procedurally generated missions. Players choose between 4 classes and rely on stealth, hacking, gadgets, and coordinated combat while navigating semi-destructible environments filled with large enemy swarms. Missions support both solo and co-op play, with changing layouts that alter combat situations and routes. Progression systems include weapons, gear, and tactical tools that support different team strategies during extraction-focused operations.
up to the reactor and activate it.
Red Light On uses a first-person body cam perspective where players control a tactical police officer investigating crime across a collapsing city. Gameplay combines shooting mechanics with investigation systems, requiring players to gather information, handle layered dialogue, and respond to difficult situations during missions. Combat encounters rely on tactical movement and careful decision-making rather than constant action. The game also includes ethical choices tied to the story, changing how players approach different cases and interactions throughout the campaign.
I heard those words once, and I refuse to believe them.
Dracula the Disciple uses first-person puzzle gameplay inside Count Dracula's castle, where players control an archivist searching for a cure to a terminal illness. Players solve occult puzzles, study writings, perform alchemical experiments, grow supernatural plants, and complete rituals using different tools and ingredients. Progression includes vampire abilities gained through transformation, unlocking access to new areas and interactions throughout the castle. Day and night changes also affect locations, puzzle mechanics, and how players navigate different parts of the environment.
I did not conquer death. I became its disciple.
The Cableway Old Station is your hub, a safe place in a world of raging elements. Here you provide...
Into the Fire combines extraction, survival mechanics with rescue operations during a volcanic disaster across changing island districts. Players carry survivors through collapsing buildings, manage water and temperature levels, and create escape routes before lava and ash block entire areas. Missions use retro-style rescue tools such as suppression pistols, extinguishing shotguns, and zip lines, while dynamic fire systems continuously reshape the environment. Rescued survivors also expand the main hub by unlocking new equipment, missions, tools, and support systems.
Stay calm!
Destruction is part of surviving disaster.
No time to play. I'm going in.
Water is the primary resource for fighting fire. In this world, it's limited, so you have to not only react, but also anticipate your actions in advance. In the chaos of the fight for life and death, local ancient myths turn out to be hellishly dangerous.
What the hell is this?
The fiery forces won't let you save everyone, but you must not stop. Someone is still waiting for your help.
Stay back! I'm coming in! I'll scout the area. Check it out. Where are you?
Help! Help! Help!
Time is running out.
I want to live. Please. You're going to die here. Work first. Allow me to stand beside you, my lord.
Embers of the Uncrowned uses fast-paced isometric combat inside a dark fantasy MMORPG built around class abilities, companion systems, and large-scale battles. Players reclaim regions for House Harborwell while fighting corrupted creatures and elven forces across the continent. Combat includes different classes with separate skill trees, weapons, and magic styles that support varied builds and team roles. The game also includes raids, domain bosses, settlement growth, gear upgrades, bloodline powers, and companion synergies tied to long-term progression systems.
People will find their way to you and stand by your side. Let this be where your house rises again and where a new story begins.
Exodus is a sci-fi action RPG where players control a traveler completing interstellar missions across distant planets while fighting celestials, rival factions, and hostile creatures. Combat combines weapons, companion abilities, and special powers gained through celestial remnants connected to a customizable gauntlet system. Missions also use time dilation mechanics, causing long-term changes to humanity and future events whenever players return from space travel. The game includes squad-based combat, dialogue decisions, and interactions with evolved humans and intelligent animal species.
What do you see? Can you describe it to me?
The walls are towering, celestial. But the cave is starting to reclaim them. The colors are all muted in the dark. Grays and browns. Some green where lichen is growing. The light from the surface is catching in the dust. Looks like fog.
It sounds lovely put like that. The way I perceive the same sight is quite different. More LiDAR than stereoscopic vision. Volume, shape, mass. My drone feeds me data, not video. I know there is light. I could tell you it's precise radiometry and photometry, but I can't see it. But there are things I can see, metaphorically speaking, or, maybe metaphysically. You've seen it, the way I can interact with some celestial glyphs. I'm not like you. It isn't built into me the same way. But there is a connection. And it's getting stronger. Evolution. Adaptation. The virus changes. I change.
Doesn't that worry you? Being changed?
No. Yes, sometimes. It's inevitable. Necessary for survival. The Celestials know that. We have to learn. That's why I'm so interested in the remnant that might be down here. It's all about change.
You still haven't told me what this remnant is.
Difficult to explain. Better to show you. If we can find it. Come on, let's go look.
3 months ago, we attempted the dreaming ritual. What do you remember?
Just pain. And you?
Nothing.
The Sinking City 2 uses third-person survival horror gameplay inside a flooded version of 1920s Arkham filled with Lovecraft-inspired creatures and occult threats. Players manage limited inventory space, search abandoned locations, solve optional mysteries, and return to previously locked areas after gaining access to new paths. Combat includes firearms and survival mechanics against enemies such as Deep Ones, Migos, and cultists hiding throughout the city. Environmental clues and side investigations also unlock gameplay bonuses and different story outcomes.
Restricted doors, and avoid contact with any bodies that appear abnormal.
Turn around, real slow.
Calvin, I assure you all is well.
How are you? The worms only inhabit the dead.
Medical staff are working tirelessly to assist you. Please remain seated in the main hall and await further instructions.
Calvin, my love.
Faye?
Let me touch you. Don't leave me.
I have poured every waking moment since the train. Every ounce of my soul into bringing you back. It's taken everything I have. Sorry I'm late.
Did you get it? Was there any trouble?
I never get in trouble.
You get in trouble all the time. What?
Faye Adelaide Bennett.
Calvin!
Will you contact a god with me?
Curse of the Crimson Stag uses narrative-driven mystery gameplay inside the abandoned White Root Hotel, where players investigate supernatural events tied to local folklore and past deaths. Players search hotel rooms and surrounding areas, solve puzzles, gather clues, and uncover hidden details connected to the Crimson Stag legend. The game also uses binaural audio to increase immersion during investigation sequences and tense encounters. Story progression relies on exploration and interactions with characters connected to the hotel's long-hidden history and secrets. Reverse Collapse F is a cooperative third-person sci-fi shooter where squads of up to 4 players enter hostile zones to complete combat objectives, collect loot, and extract safely from missions. The game includes cross-platform progression, randomized encounters, and community-driven campaign events that affect the larger storyline over time. Players control characters known as the Blessed, while fighting enemies inside dangerous space-time anomalies during the Antarctica War. Combat systems are built around squad coordination, movement, and large-scale PvE encounters using Unreal Engine 5 visuals.
is Louis Lamarche. I'm creative director and president of Creature Studios. We're a small indie studio based in Quebec.
Werewolf the Apocalypse Rageborn combines action combat with Metroidvania progression across interconnected areas set in Alaska. Players switch between human, wolf, and Krynos forms, each providing different movement, combat, and traversal abilities for exploration and fights. Combat includes ranged weapons, stealth attacks, and close-range combo systems against mercenaries, machines, and supernatural enemies that react to player tactics. Progression also includes unlocking gifts, collecting mystical roots, revisiting older areas with new abilities, and expanding a werewolf den with recruitable allies.
Character has tools plus forms, and you can dynamically, constantly shapeshift between those forms in order to complete exploration and combat challenges. It's super interesting. The drone is a good example of a multi-form solution enemy design. And when it's flying above your head, you can hack and slash as much as you want with your melee combat of the Krynos, but you're never gonna hit it. Obviously, it charges you in the attack. That's what it's trying to do. so giving you a window to use melee. But obviously it's not the perfect solution. The perfect solution is for you to shapeshift into a Hamid form and use ranged weapon in order to down it. It's a lot easier to reach something that's flying above your head with a ranged weapon. So that's a good example of the type of enemy that we have. The boss room. So basically Blair, the director of Leaf Lab, pulls you into this boss room in the hopes of destroying you. That is a good other opportunities for you to use multiple shapeshifting. You cannot kill this boss unless you use your multiple form. In the gameplay footage that you guys can see right now, going through this portion of Leaf Lab requires you to use your Lupus form. The Lupus is way more agile when it comes to navigating different platforms, jumping farther, being quicker when it comes to navigating specific traversal systems. So it's up to the player to use the right forms also when it comes to exploration. Werewolf the Apocalypse Rageborn is coming out next year, 2027. You can follow us on social media and go wishlist the game on your preferred platform. Thank you very much, and I can't wait to show you more.
The War of the Worlds Siberia combines action and survival gameplay during an alternate 1896 Martian invasion across the Russian Empire. Players escape collapsing cities while avoiding massive tripod machines, hostile survivors, and dangerous environments stretching through forests and mountains. Gameplay includes stealth, puzzle solving, melee combat, and the use of period weapons such as revolvers, rifles, explosives, and muzzle-loading guns. Chases, resourceful combat situations, and encounters with allies and enemies shape progression as players move east through occupied territories.
Итак, господин нигилист, почему вы столь настойчивы в своем стремлении убить меня?
Моя семья умерла с голоду, пока ваша плясала на балах. Мы мечтали уничтожить Старый мир, и он был уничтожен. Только не нами.
Beast Link is a multiplayer action game where humans, military vehicles, and giant kaiju fight across fully destructible city maps. Players collect serum to connect with different beasts, unlocking unique combat abilities and alternate playstyles during large-scale battles with up to 32 players. Gameplay switches between on-foot combat, vehicle support, and direct beast control depending on team strategy and mission situations. The destruction system allows buildings, streets, and structures to collapse dynamically, constantly changing movement paths and combat conditions during matches. Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 4 returns to large-scale RTS gameplay with base building, resource management, and faction-based warfare across the planet Crownless. Players command 4 factions, including the Adeptus Mechanicus, each using different unit types, combat styles, and battlefield tactics. The game includes more than 70 campaign missions with semi-non-linear progression alongside multiplayer, skirmish, and last stand modes. Combat systems place strong attention on army control, map pressure, squad positioning, and large battles between elite and heavy military forces.
Before they reach their positions, Skitarii Vanguard advance without hesitation, irradiating those who draw near. The Cataphren Breaches are armored servitors, designed to break apart battle lines and fortifications. Corpuscari Electro-Priests unmake those who dare test their resolve with the raw power of the motive force. Completing the war cohort, lumbering Castellan robots unleash luminous storms of phosphor gunfire, whilst datasmiths carefully alter their battle protocols. Before the enemy can detect when the Adeptus Mechanicus will engage, the Sicarian Ruststalkers have already stalked the battlefield. Utilizing stealth, they can pounce upon unsuspecting foes in a killing frenzy. With the machine god blessing every calculation, the Adeptus Mechanicus send forth their engines of war. Iron Striders are fast-moving sharpshooters, striding tirelessly across the battlefield to lend fire support where they are most needed. Furthering aid, the Onager Junecrawler is a flexible weapon platform capable of eradicating any number of threats. When the opposition starts to overwhelm, Scorpius Disintegrators act as artillery, blasting foes with their Belleros energy cannons. Towering over the battlefield, the Knight Castellan stands ready to unleash its vast arsenal to vanquish all who oppose the Omnisire. What makes the Adeptus Mechanicus true masters of the calculus of war are their stratagems. Whether using the Shroud Psalm to disrupt enemy fire, or summoning the motive force to deliver the wrath of the machine god with the litany of the Electromancer. The will of the machine god flows forth from two augmented commanders. Players can choose between Techno-Archaeologist Potentia Delta 9 or the Skitarii Marshal Sec X-23. Potentia Delta 9 sends servo skulls ahead, scouting enemy movement and uncovering ambushes. Able to adapt to any situation, players are free to augment their war gear, from using a phosphor blaster for close range to a plasma caliver for longer range combat. Sec X-23 marches forward accompanied by his Skitarii vanguard, making him a formidable opponent as he enhances his allies. Always analyzing, always in control. To the Adeptus Mechanicus, a battlefield is nothing more than an unrefined forge. Constructing the most advanced structures among the factions, they establish themselves across Kronos, ever expanding their noosphere network to increase the flow of holy data, output, and optimization. The more powerful the network becomes, the more easily the divine ordination of the machine god empowers the faction. Whatever lies ahead, the Adeptus Mechanicus knows one truth. The holy quest for knowledge must
Stranger Than Heaven follows Makoto Daido across 5 decades and multiple Japanese cities through a mix of action, combat, and showman management systems. Players fight using a reactive combat style with independent hand movement, melee weapons, counters, grapples, and environmental attacks during close-range encounters. Outside combat, players gather sounds from streets, trains, animals, and daily life to create original music tracks and stage performances. The game also includes talent scouting, production management, and story progression tied to different historical eras and locations.
Just a pawn for the Yakuza. Some things never change. Obsessing over one man's death. That's no way to live a life.
I know, but I can't just leave it alone.
If I don't settle this, my life can't ever begin. Nice to know you're not scared.
What's a man gotta do for a little peace and quiet?
Remember my promise, yeah?
怖い顔してますよ、社長。
弱気前やさんした。
We could always just make our own country. It's the only choice we got. Our only way forward is to make a place for ourselves. That settles it, Makoto. If this country won't accept us, we'll carve out our own right from underneath it. Join the fun. It's our homecoming after all.
So long, America! This is my home, and nothing's gonna change that!
Art director at Ace Team. Today, we're excited to tell you more about The Mound, our upcoming title, which is part of the great family.
The Mound Omen of Cthulhu is a co-op horror adventure where up to 4 players enter a cursed jungle to search for treasure while surviving supernatural threats. Before each expedition, players prepare weapons and equipment aboard a galleon, then travel deeper into dangerous areas filled with hostile creatures and reality-altering events. Hallucinations and distorted perception systems create confusion during combat and exploration, forcing teams to rely on communication and careful decisions. Missions revolve around completing objectives and escaping the jungle before madness overwhelms the group.
Players got there, and I think you feel that when you explore. There's stuff here that has nothing to do with you, wonders that weren't put there. You will start on the shore, venturing out of the safety of the galleon in search of loot and treasures. Splitting can be a good strategy to cover more ground, especially when you're not yet deep into the cursed jungle, but you remain vulnerable to hostile encounters. Firearms can be very effective, but come with limited gunpowder and produce a lot of noise, which could end up waking up the jungle if you're not careful enough. Base equipment for the expedition is given by the captain of the ship, and has to be split among the members of the team. He gives you gear, but you should not come back empty-handed. As you venture deeper into the jungle, tension rises and sanity begins to slip, affecting both the atmosphere and your senses. One of our main goals with the Mound has been to design a system that creates true moments of doubt by playing with players' perception. The jungle has many ways to trick you, making cooperation more difficult, yet key to survival. During your expeditions, you will understand the jungle spawns the strangest creatures, which are unpredictable and will test your ability to survive as a squad. Combat is not always the right answer. If your success lies in finding treasures, your own survival should remain your ultimate priority. And when things are getting out of control, your only solution may be to run for your life, trying to make it back to the rowboat. The jungle is not forgiving when it is awake. Losing a friend may become inevitable, but you came for treasures after all. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed these new details and can't wait to show you more. Follow us on our social media to stay tuned and avoid missing further updates and our upcoming demo. The Mound will be available on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series on July.
I remember this world as it was.
Tsarevna Age of Tales combines hack-and-slash combat with rhythm-based mechanics inspired by ballet movement and timing. Players control the Swan Tsarevna while chaining together sword attacks, dodges, dashes, ranged finishers, and tag team abilities against enemies drawn from Slavic folklore. Combat rewards striking on rhythm to increase style, rank, and dynamically affect the soundtrack during battles. Weapons also transform mid-combat between swords and dagger attacks, while players travel through fantasy locations filled with monsters, supernatural enemies, and large boss encounters.
In Operant, you have been unfrozen.
Zero Parades for Dead Spies is an espionage RPG built around dialogue systems, skill checks, psychological mechanics, and player-driven investigation. Players control operant Herschel Wilk while navigating political conflicts, gathering informants, and handling tense encounters through deduction, manipulation, or violence. The game includes 15 operant skills that actively influence conversations and decision-making during missions. Systems such as conditioning, fatigue, anxiety, and delirium also affect gameplay, while Tactical View pauses encounters to let players analyze situations and plan actions before rolling dice-based outcomes.
Face the consequences. Unprecedented spycraft.
You're back, and you still look like that.
With tools of the trade at your disposal. Leverage your operant skills to prove yourself one last time, or become a living hand grenade. Experience a spy story like no other.
I'm talking about cultural ephemera. It's gonna be tech.
Hi, I'm Piotr Ratocha. I'm the game director for Hunter the Reckoning Deathwish at Theon. Hunter the Reckoning Deathwish.
Hunter the Reckoning Deathwish is a first-person action RPG where players hunt supernatural creatures hidden throughout New York City. Gameplay combines investigation systems, resource management, dialogue choices, and combat preparation against vampires, werewolves, and other enemies from the World of Darkness universe. Players gather clues through hacking, infiltration, spying, and interrogations before crafting weapons and planning encounters from a customizable safe house. Companion relationships, character flaws, and player decisions also affect missions, survival chances, and how different factions respond throughout the story.
Skills. It's all based on the Hunter the Reckoning rulebook, so there's plenty of options to choose from, and each playstyle can be very unique. So you can explore open areas to gather some intel, investigate some crime scenes to gather some clues, and find some people who know a bit more than just rumors about the supernaturals and make them talk by whatever means you choose. So all objectives can be achieved in different playstyles. You can sneak your way in, you can show some muscles and fight your way in, talk your way in. Guns are also an option, but you just need to remember that each choice in the game has its own weight and it leads to very different consequences by the end. You'll team up with a cell of other hunters who will provide vital insights, firepower, and some technical support. But throughout the campaign, you will also learn their personal stories and bond with them, which can even lead to romance. At Theon, we always wanted to explore that true RPG direction, and World of Darkness with its complex RPG systems, gritty themes, and modern world settings felt like a perfect match for us. Get ready to fight back against the darkness and reclaim the night in summer 2027.
A reckoning is coming.
Hollowbody is a third-person survival horror game set inside a sealed British exclusion zone filled with abandoned streets and collapsing buildings. Players control Micah while searching for a missing partner through puzzle solving, limited combat, and careful resource management. Gameplay uses both fixed and dynamic camera angles during exploration and tense encounters with threats hidden throughout the city. The game also includes manual save systems, environmental storytelling, difficulty options, and narrative-driven progression focused on escaping the isolated urban zone alive.
Just wish things had been different for all of us. Tell me, is she still alive?
Forza Horizon 6 takes players across a large, open-world version of Japan featuring urban streets, mountain roads, industrial districts, and rural regions built for different driving styles. Players race through festival events using more than 550 licensed vehicles, while progressing through ranked competitions, tugs battles, drag meets, and multiplayer championships. The game also includes customizable homes, garages, body kits, and player-created activities through the upgraded Collab and Event Lab systems. Online features support co-op driving, car meets, shared creations, and competitive racing modes across the map. EA Sports UFC 6 updates its MMA systems with enhanced frostbite physics, real-time strike reactions, and more detailed fighter movement during matches. Players use reworked head movement, kickboxing combinations, and contact mechanics designed to create more grounded, striking exchanges inside the octagon. The game also adds story-focused career content through Hall of Legends and the Legacy modes, placing greater attention on character progression and narrative presentation. Cross-platform multiplayer allows PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S players to compete together online.
Signatures that define you. These skills become your story. From back rooms to bright lights. The Octagon is where you write yours. Whether you wind up the hero or footnoting someone else's, it's up to you. Here, who you are is how you win. It's time you make things personal. Fight your fight. Gotta be me.
BrokenLore Don't Lie is a first-person psychological horror game where players control Junko while reality shifts between everyday life, hallucinations, and distorted environments. Gameplay combines apartment exploration, stealth sections, hidden object searching, and direct confrontations against terrifying visions connected to Junko's mental state. Small dialogue choices and lies also affect story progression and how events unfold during the experience. The game additionally includes playable retro side-scroller segments that slowly merge with the main world and alter surrounding environments in unsettling ways.
しい声が欲しかっただけなの。
Dig In combines colony simulation systems with real-time World War I trench warfare across historically inspired battlefields. Players build trench networks, fortify defensive positions, manage logistics, and coordinate artillery strikes while defending sectors against enemy assaults. Soldiers require food, sleep, warmth, and stable morale to remain effective during combat operations and dangerous offensives across no man's land. Orders are also delayed through runner systems, forcing players to carefully plan attacks, supply routes, troop movement, and battlefield responses under constant pressure.
As the
Red Recon 1944 is an isometric real-time tactics game where players command a squad of Soviet scouts behind enemy lines in East Prussia during 1944. Missions combine stealth systems, tactical firefights, sabotage operations, and reconnaissance objectives across dangerous occupied territory. Players coordinate squad abilities using tactical pause mechanics while managing silent takedowns, disguises, ambushes, cover positioning, and synchronized attacks against larger enemy forces. Each squad member also brings unique combat skills and backgrounds that affect how different missions and battlefield situations can be approached.
Like a good hunt on a sunny day.
Songs of Silence Crownless King expansion adds new campaign chapters, hero classes, units, and strategy systems to the fantasy strategy game. Players control Thorn's group across battles using hero vocations, battle cards, upgraded buildings, and faction-based units with different combat roles and abilities. The expansion also introduces new skirmish content with classes such as Grimhowl, Harmonic, and Wildfang, each supporting different tactical approaches during battles. Additional strategy cards, unit perks, and voice story content further expand both multiplayer and single-player gameplay options. Stonemachia is a dark action-adventure game with Souls-like combat, where players control Zafiro, a pawn capable of transforming into different chess pieces during battle. Each transformation provides unique armor, abilities, and combat options that change how encounters are approached against hostile angels and supernatural enemies. Gameplay combines defensive shield mechanics, melee combat, and progression systems tied to unlocking new forms and abilities. Players travel through ruined lands inspired by Italian art and folklore while uncovering the mystery surrounding the Plague of Angels and the chess pieces.
Avrei dovuto essere perfetto, infinito, assoluto.
I miei incubi muoiono oggi.
Narrava lo scultore di un angelo, il più bello. Marcito nel suo cuore, divelto, perse il controllo.
Che tu sia maledetto. Oltre la guglia sarai salvo, ma stai attento. Quell'armatura tenteranno in tutti i modi di sottrarti.
Welcome to the gameplay overview of Edge of Memories, the new action RPG from the French creators of Edge of Eternity, an adventure designed in collaboration with JRPG Legends.
Edge of Memories is an action RPG where players control Elenate while fighting the Corrosion, a plague that mutates living creatures into monstrous enemies across the continent of Avaris. Combat revolves around fast combo chains, companion abilities, and berserker transformations that unlock stronger attacks and executions during battles. Players also travel through changing environments using a mount called Nekaru to reach hidden paths and new locations. Story progression includes character relationships, nomadic civilizations, and areas transformed by the spreading corrosion over time.
The corrosion runs through Aline's veins, a curse, but also a weapon. Feed her rage with every strike and perfect dodge until you can unleash its fury and transform into a terrifying, corroded black beast.
What happened?
You fight alongside two allies, Kanta and Isaurus. Command their devastating elemental skills to control the battlefield, shatter defenses, and disable your enemy's most powerful attacks. But their true strength lies in teamwork. Weave their abilities to render foes vulnerable and give Aline the opportunity to annihilate them with brutal finishers. Your power and versatility grow on your journey. Each level gained by Elaine or her companions grants an echo, allowing you to draw from Eline's fragmented memory to bring forth new combos, skills, and abilities. Customize your approach by creating up to 3 strategic sets, each combining a passive ability of Aline with 2 elemental skills from your allies. Find the perfect synergies and switch between your loadouts on the fly to adapt to any threat. Edge of Memories is a semi-open world. You explore Avaris, a continent of breathtaking landscapes, slowly succumbing to the corrosion.
First time in Sarladura?
Huh? Yeah. What gave it away? The clothes or the stupid grin on my face?
True exploration is a team effort, and you won't be alone to cross these vast distances. On the back of your adorable Nekaru, you quickly gallop across the land, climb up walls, and reach distant platforms. Your allies will be essential as well. Unleash their elemental skills to destroy obstacles blocking your path, and have Isaurus hack into ancient technology to solve cryptic puzzles and unlock secret areas. Side quests are few, and each one is a meaningful addition to the story and its characters. No fillers, no endless grinding. The game is a focused adventure, designed to be compelling from start to finish. Edge of Memories releases later this year. Travel across a dying continent and uncover the secrets hidden within Eline's fading memory, alongside companions who believe that lost causes are still worth fighting for.
The order was to rescue and bring home the military medic.
33 Days Till Extraction is a top-down sci-fi action RPG shooter built around roguelike progression, procedural missions, and extraction survival mechanics. Players control a stranded death chaplain who scavenges ruined zones at night while avoiding deadly patrols during the day. Combat combines firearms, necromancy, vampirism, and tech magic abilities that can be mixed into different builds and combat strategies. Between runs, players upgrade a base, recruit fighters with unique traits, unlock long-term progression systems, and prepare loadouts for future expeditions.
We've taken shelter in the ruins with canned food and an old generator. I think our hideout is a tavern. Task is to survive and to clear a landing zone for the evac bots. For that, we'll need hands. A lot of hands.